Like I feel like my boy. I feel like my boy. My boy for the Seattle Seahawks. I'm just listening. I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I ain't make this up, man. Listen, I ain't write this. I did write the paper. I did write the paper, but you know, I feel like my boy for the Seahawks. I wrote the paper, but you know, I wasn't the one that wrote the paper. I wasn't the one that wrote the paper. We live. We in here. We want the smoke. Where everybody
at? Well, they coming. I assume they're coming.
We want the smoke. Who got something to say about Cleopatra? Starting off with it. Who want it? I'm like the street prophet.
They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it, fam. They don't want it, fam. And if they do want it, they're gonna be.
Zane Beto, what's going on? Mr. Ray Smith, what's going on? You want the smoke? We want all of it. All the smoke. All of it. I need all the smoke. All the smoke. I'm in here looking like a hippie tonight. Bringing back the flower love. Yeah, where we at? Peace and hair grease. Don Cornelius style. These Diesel in the building. Tuesday Live. Smoke mode activated. Yes, sir. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. The DNT connection is up and we want the smoke. We want the smoke, all of it.
Where they at?
All the smoke. We want all the smoke. Everybody got a problem with Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. She black too, but everybody everybody got a problem with Queen Cleopatra being black. Speak now, forever hold your damn peace. Come on, say what you gotta say.
They don't want it. That's what I'm saying. They don't want it.
I'm just telling you now, if we getting rid of black, we getting rid of white too. We gonna get rid of all these colors. Damn it, we gonna speak on your ethnicity. That's what we doing. I need to see everybody and their mama up in here. Color wasn't even, race wasn't even a damn thing till the 1700s. Queen, I keep wanting to say Queen Latifah. Cleopatra was dead by then. Dead and gone. Two Europeans, 2 Caucasians. Yeah, so if you mad about Queen Cleopatra being black, go take it up with somebody else. It ain't the DNT connection. We didn't say this. We ain't had nothing to do with this. Y'all said she was black. That's what's funny to me. They said she was black. We didn't say that. We just agreed with it. Like, okay, based on what you consider black, I guess. Dude, Metatron talking about, well, Egypt is in Africa, fool. Don't nobody talking about Egypt is the meet and greet spot for all. It wasn't no color back then. Shut up. I'm pale. Okay, well, you pale. Your mom and daddy pale. What is Queen Cleopatra's mama? Nobody knows. It's almost like how
and I noticed the people that got the most to say about that ain't here.
The dude that was talking about Martin Luther King. But see, Mr. Smith, that don't make no sense because watch this. While a white person playing Dr. Martin Luther King, that's not ethnically correct, nor is that racially correct. You know what it is, D? You said it best yourself. People get race and ethnicity confused.
Yes.
It's a difference. Like it's a difference. And you should know it if they're gonna keep telling me about Queen Cleopatra's ethnicity, vice her race. It's like you know the difference over here, but you don't know the difference over here.
Three races on this planet. 3. And everything else, the ethnicities are a derivative of said races. Okay? You mix stuff and get different stuff. Okay? Now you telling me for 300 years and 8 generations, number Caucasians?
They'd have died in Africa.
Nothing but okay, and then compound that with the fact that You're inbreeding.
First of all,
You inbreeding? Oh, how many generations can you inbreed?
First of all, let's do it like this. Because I'm not the scientist, neither are you. But even the scientists said the reason why people in Africa have dark skin and coarse hair is to protect them from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Now, if you go back then when there were no damn buildings, of course, your hair was going to be coarse and you were going to be, this white dude saying this. This white dude. See, I really wish that if it was a black dude saying it, I could get them. No, it's a white dude. Y'all got this on the History Channel, the Science Channel, and everything like that. I apologize. I know I'm black, but I watch stuff like that, and so y'all said this. We're not gonna renege now.
and where is their research post 2012? Do they know there's been research since they did their paper in their anthropology class? There's been research since they did their thesis in their world history class. You probably looking it up right now, ain't you?
I'm not looking it up right now, but as I look over here on the floor, I'm actually looking at pictures that have been in the tombs of Egypt, the pyramids of Egypt. And I ain't trying to be funny, but you know, I see Egyptians painted on the wall in various shades of brown. Like and it's been white people showing it to me because they've been the ones in there shining light on the walls. What they call them? Excavators, purveyors, scientists, and everything like that. They the ones in there saying it. Like, stop that. Like, you can't.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith sent me some stuff. I was looking at this video. Man, the Spanish dude was hoping that them skeletons they found wasn't Nubian. He was mad because the skeletons he found was Nubian.
You know what? James Baldwin said it best himself when he wrote the book, I Am Not Your Negro. You have to go down deep inside of you to come up with something vile and disgusting to describe me. When truth be told, you're actually describing yourself. What is the vitriol? Because I just want to go ahead and say it right here. You know what? I ain't got it like that for other races. I really, really don't. I don't understand what animosity is. Like, I get it. You like your race or your ethnicity. I get that. I ain't mad at that. You love it. But to despise somebody else, like, so that's where you at all day, every day. I don't like them. You don't know. Sad and damn pathetic is what it is. I'm just like this. I'm like Stephen A. Smith. I'm glad you let me know who you are up front. And that way I know if I ever see you need something, I'm just gonna let your stupid ass die. Because you wouldn't did nothing for me. If you don't like me, I don't like you either. if you don't fool with me, I don't fool with you either. So we keep equal energy. But it's still two white dudes that said she was black. Like that's not our fault. Y'all can be.
And I do you one better. I do you one better, Theo. What I've been saying in my videos, I ain't say she was black. I never said that. Okay, I didn't even get into that.
What you know what? Me,
I could have dug off in their chest. I didn't get into none of that. What I said was about that documentary coming up. Okay. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna watch the damn documentary because I don't like Jada Pinkett Smith like that. Okay. Bottom line, all I was talking about was you telling me 8 generations, 300 years in Africa, because Egypt is in Africa.
It's in Africa. That's what started the whole damn thing.
Much as kings and emperors and all that be having concubines and women that this is for me to bone. This is strictly, and they get pregnant. You don't got no legitimate claim to the throne. We're gonna kill that baby. Okay. You don't even know who the mama is. So how you know the baby got killed? Somebody told me, oh, I think her mama's also her auntie. Okay. The operative word in that sentence is think. You think. Again, ain't nobody with all of their facts and all of their Ptolemaic this and Hellenistic that has been paralyzed when it comes to giving me an answer about Cleopatra's mama. And isn't it so very important that we know who her damn mama is, because that'll determine who's full of shit and who ain't.
Watch this. You ready? All of that is true. You know what's also true? And I stopped right there because I don't believe in moving the goalposts. According to two white dudes, Carl and woman Bob, she black. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, if they want to take it up with somebody, take it up with them. That's what they said in 1700. She was dead and gone by then. Egypt had already been established by then. In 1700, two white dudes came along. They didn't look at no ethnicity. They didn't look at no coloration of skin. They said, if you from over here, you white. If you from over there, you black. Where's she from? Right over there. And I'm sorry, Egyptians. They was talking about y'all too. They didn't say, well, everybody from over here black except them. No, if you in Africa, you black. So I'm gonna call y'all my brothers, my light-skinned brothers and sisters. That's what y'all are. Y'all, as I told Mr. Smith last night, y'all a group of Egyptians and I'm finna go take it there. About 5 to 6 Egyptians could get in the car, get pulled over by the police, get out the car and say, fuck the police, we niggas with attitude, and they right. they right. They niggas with attitude. Like, if I'm in Egypt right now and look at me, he say, what's up, nigga? I'm like, nothing. What you doing, nigga? Like, that's what like, no, I mean, like, let's be funny with it. Like, no, if an Egyptian woman want to call herself a bad bitch, guess what? What I'm finna say, they can literally say whatever we say and do whatever we do. Do you know why? Because according to, now, can't no other race say that. See, we with the race. Can't no other race say that. Oh, Egyptian person can be in the car playing some of the most hardcore rap in the world, not say, drop the N-word every damn time and not being a racist. It's perks to it, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand about Egyptians, including Egyptians themselves. Y'all are a melting pot, just like the United States was a melting pot. Y'all got everything over there. You got Asians, you got blacks, you got whites, you got everything in Egypt. But if we talking about who are the denizens, who are the people who were there first? Yeah, they got invaded and colonized, but that don't change the fact that they still there. That don't change the fact that you in Africa. So why do Egyptians refer to themselves as Egyptians and not Africans?
I don't know, because according to, once again,
hey, I have lived in Alaska for almost 30 years. As much as I don't want to call myself an Alaskan because my heart is still in Kansas City, Missouri, I'm a damn Alaskan. No, I draw the permanent fund dividend every year. I get a check every year from the state of Alaska just for living here. So you telling me a family that was there for 8 damn generations, 300 years, they not African?
All I know is this. In the 1730s, Carl Linnaeus said they was black. He said that in 1730. I think it's safe to say by 1730, Queen Cleopatra had been long dead and gone, right? Right? Egypt had already been established, right? Right? And so in 1730, a white dude, Caucasian, I didn't say this, and this is what we still use today to categorize races. We use this in the United States Census Bureau, right? We still use it. I mean, so if it was good enough for him in 1730, and it's still good enough today in 2023, then according to this dude, Afar stands for Africans. He didn't draw no ethnicity. He said if you were from Africa, you were Afar, A-F-E-R. This his dude. And it's in every public library. It's in every collegiate library where you can write a paper on it, research it, do source material, everything. So you know what we still saying as a country? That's still valid.
What's up, Black Claw in the building? Grand Madam Tarot in the building. Paul Martin, thanks for stopping in.
Even in 1779, you got the dude Johann Friedrich Blumenbach. This 1779. When was America formed? 1776. So I'm not, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, like, if somebody got a beef with us cause we saying she black, it ain't us they need to take this up with. They need to go take it up with two dudes that don't look like us, because they the ones that said it. And then they need to take it up with the United States Census Bureau, because they the ones still using this as a way to categorize people. I'm fine with ethnicity. If we just doing ethnicity, I'm fine with it. But if we got race involved, according to these two gentlemen, scholars, highly celebrated, academic achievers, she black. And who am I to argue with them?
Now, Theo, you just brought up an interesting point, and something I just want to touch on because it just popped in my head. What categorizes something as history?
As what now?
What categorizes something as history? Because see, what I keep getting is whenever I bring up a point and all these folks in the text want to talk slick, well, from a historical standpoint, history ain't written in stone. History changes all the damn time. Up until 2008, there were no black presidents. That was a historical fact. But after 2008, guess what happened? History. Up until 2016, we did not have a female vice president. Guess what happened? History. You know what people who like to quote history so much dread? History fucking changing. You want to sit complacent in that one place. Cleopatra White, Cleopatra White. It says so. Cleopatra White. She's totally made Greek. Picture. What happens when there's evidence found and presented 100% accurate and you refute it? Because you refuted that evidence, it doesn't make that evidence a damn lie.
Here's what I found out. So I was looking at what you were saying, how the cats was coming back at you. Yeah. And what I found is this, is that it hit different when I quote, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it what it is. It hit different when you quote a white person. Now, and I'm gonna tell you where I'm going with this, and I just really found it odd because I was looking at how people were coming at you, and how when I just dropped the names of the white scholars and I dropped the names of the actresses that have played it, people that would have come and had something to say, you couldn't say anything because you know where them actresses come from. And if you say something, then it's going to call you out for what you really are at the end of the day, a racist. You can't say nothing because, well, you want to get mad or look at me and be like, no, y'all being racist or y'all saying this. No, I'm quoting two white scholars. You, because of your pride and your whiteness, you have a problem. It's conflicting. You're confused. You like, well, damn, if they said it, it's gotta be true. Now you don't know what to do. To the Egyptians that don't want to be black, it's a white person said that you was black. It wasn't no black person. Black people that know who Queen Cleopatra is, we ain't listening to nobody. We do our own damn research. But for those of y'all that's been listening to somebody, wanting to go against somebody, the white man whose ass you trying to kiss said you was black in the 1700s. He didn't give a damn about Egypt, didn't give a damn about your mummies, didn't give a damn about your drawings, didn't give a damn about your gold, didn't give a damn about your pyramid. As far as he was concerned, your ass was just as black as the people he was bringing over to tend to his lands because he was too damn lazy to tend to his damn land. So don't get mad because low key, black people are orators. That's our history. We talk, and that's how you know Egypt is in Africa, because we're orators. We tell our history. It's white folks to keep writing stuff down. It's the same white folks that wrote down their minutes when they wanted to secede from the Union, talking about, oh no, it wasn't racism. Y'all wrote it down in the minutes that it was because of racism. Y'all wanted to have slaves, that you was going to war with the northern country, with the northern states. Y'all stop writing that, stop writing stuff down. Stop writing stuff down, dry snitching on yourself, thinking that somebody like Gerald Theophilus Butler ain't gonna read it. I love to read. So this your fault. If you got a problem with what me and Daryl saying about what Cleopatra's race is, you need to go take it up with them two white scholars. Good luck with that. They ass dead and gone, and it's still being used to separate us in the country with the United States Census Bureau. So good luck with that even further. Until that time, I know it hurts, but the most successful, most prominent, most high, most highly recognizable queen in the world history was a black woman. She black.
But Theo, she was born to Greeks.
Hey man, two white dudes said way after that, she black. That's where you getting your information from? Two white dudes said she was black. So I mean, take it up with them.
Now, Theo, real quick, I want to touch on something that the OG Ray Smith and D Steezel are talking about in the chat. Now, you had alluded to it slightly, but I want to put my knee on. All right.
Hold on. What race is this donut?
It looks kind of Dominican. Hey, they think they're white on the inside.
Anyway, just being funny, but go ahead.
That's jokes. Don't take it no kind of way, except as a joke. All right. I noticed they were making reference to the actress Patricia Velasquez, who is, yes, you're right, D. Steezel, the actress is Venezuelan, but she played an Egyptian. Nobody said shit. Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra in 1963. Until we started talking about it, nobody said shit. Vivian Lee, Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, played Cleopatra in a movie. Nobody said nothing. Leonor Varela is a Chilean actress. She's from Chile. She played Cleopatra. Didn't nobody say shit.
And still ain't saying nothing.
Monica Bellucci and Sophia Loren, both Italian, played Cleopatra and nobody said shit. Adele James playing Cleopatra in a documentary. Egyptian lawyers is all in a tizzy. All of these fake ass scholars is coming out of the woodwork. She was not black. She wasn't Venezuelan, Chilean, or fucking Italian either. But you didn't say anything about that. That tells me you have a problem with the skin tone.
And the sad part about it is this ain't no dark-skinned sister.
She's not.
Like, that's what not. I heard some people say, well, it's ethnicity. Okay, well, when did ethnicity become a thing? Because I said this to somebody. I said, you know what? The dude, hold on. I gave two examples, and they said it was not the same. I said, yes, the hell it is the damn same. You just don't want to do it because you're being too smart for your damn self. Morgan Freeman literally played what's the brother name? The African president.
Nelson
And
Mandela.
Invictus. Now, he literally played Nelson Mandela. Okay, that's not the same ethnicity. That's not the same ethnicity. Now, race-wise, we got the race right. Okay, in Selma, it was a dude that played Martin Luther King. That's not the same ethnicity.
Him British.
Right. That I know, like, it's not the same ethnicity. It is the same race, though, but they did get the color right. Okay, so we look at it, it's not the same. I was like, man, damn, you really sounding real ignorant right now because you wanted to be about color, but then you wanted to be about ethnicity. Dude, pick one. Okay, this young lady, she's not the same ethnicity. You know what? It's quite a few times Hollywood don't give a damn about ethnicity. You know what Hollywood give a damn about? Likeness, to a degree. So here we have it. Is she the same ethnicity? No, she is not. But it's quite a few African Americans in this country that could pass for Egyptian. Hell, Barack Obama biracial ass could pass for Egyptian. Like, let's not do that. Let's stop acting like we don't, brothers and sisters don't come in all different flavors of brown, which was what I was trying to explain to the person. So at the end of the day, here's what we got. We might not have the ethnicity right. We don't. We're going to admit that freely. But at the very least, based on what these two white dudes wrote, we got the race right. So stop tripping. At the end of the day, you don't want to be educated. You want to be stupid.
Theo, she's a Ptolemaic Greek.
Okay. You speaking of ethnicity again. I'm not giving two damns about the ethnicity. We talking race. We not going to do both. We get it. We already understood that. You know what? The ethnicity is not the same, but the race, according to these two white dudes that's held up high by people that look like them, the race is right.
Well, there's recent evidence that lends credence to this, but because and I had a bunch of people in my chat telling me, oh no, that this. Why is it that when there's research done and people don't like the results of the research, then it's fake news, it's false, it's everything but the truth. Why is that?
Going to that. So just like Mr. Ray Smith, we want to keep talking about these statues that portray Cleopatra as a white woman. Well, let's talk about the statues and the paintings portraying her as a black woman that are just as old. See, I'm like this. If we're going to tell the truth to shame the devil, I'm not going to deal with no fake news. I'm not going to deal with no news to push a damn agenda. No, let's throw the news out there. I'm from that Barbara Walters, Dan Rather, Walter Cronkite era of news. But we just going to tell the news. You do with it what you will. Here's what we know. We got statues of Cleopatra looking Caucasian. We got statues of Cleopatra looking like a sister. They refer to her as the Nubian queen, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. We got paintings of Cleopatra, light skin, Caucasian, Egyptian, if you want to say. We got her with paintings of her dark skin. So you know what, at the end of the day, safe to say, it was in the eye of the beholder. But according to these two other dudes, who y'all still got held up high as knowing what they talking about, well after she was dead and gone, well after Egypt had already been established, she black. If you Egyptian, you're black.
Hey, you know what Kamal kid said?
What he said?
He said the deeper you dig,
the darker
it gets.
Yeah, you black. You
Facts and a half. Also, Grand Madam Taro, she said if you look at the maps of Africa and the Mediterranean areas, including Greece and Crete, circa 1500s, the people are shown darker than her.
Can I ask a question? What the hell is black? What the hell is black?
Black is a color.
Well, I ain't never seen a black person. What nationality is black? What ethnicity is black? Like, what is black hail from?
It isn't. The brainwashing is strong.
I'm just asking some questions. Because what the hell is white? Like, what? I used a white crayon to try and draw one of my classmates back in the day. It ain't work. I had to go get the peach crayon. What the hell is white? Who made up these damn rules? Like,
we are neither black nor white.
Come on, somebody. I want to ask some tough questions. I want somebody that's capping. What's a white person and what's a black person? What's the differences between
them? Well, we 45 minutes in and ain't none of them showed up yet.
I mean, because it ain't like
I don't think they gonna show up. I think they shook.
Because it ain't like they can't mate. It ain't like they can't mate. You still get a human baby when. So what is a black person? Like, who said that? Like, who decided that's what that was? That's what I'm at with. Who decided that from that region? Who had the audacity? Who is the person, the arrogance to say that if you come from here? Who made this decision that if you come from here, you black and you a Negro or a nigger?
Probably the same Europeans that coined the term Moor.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like this at this point in time.
Because I ain't no damn Moor either.
Right. I'm like this at this particular moment in time. I'm of the mindset, if we rejecting race, which is a color, if we rejecting it, the hell with it then. I ain't, well, I ain't never considered myself black. I'm an African American, born in America, ethnic lineage from Africa. Bam, right there. Right. We're gonna get rid of color. Now I need white people to just start doing the same thing. Don't tell me you white no more. You German American, you Irish American, you Jewish American, you Italian American.
As it should be, but from a systemic standpoint, we know that there is power in words, and that's why they're called spelling.
I just need it.
If I keep telling you, you're black. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You're black. 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 Maybe I am black. Some people. I'm not saying you, Theo. I'm not saying you, but there are a shit ton of people out there who believe with all their heart that they are as black as the shirt I'm wearing.
You can't come to me telling me that she's Egyptian and you claiming black, because you throwing her ethnicity out there. So if you throwing her ethnicity out there, you got to throw something to me that's not a color. You got to throw something to me that's a color. And watch this. It ain't got to be Africa. You can be Cherokee. You can be Black Hawk. You can be Seminole. You can be what's another? What's another Native American tribe? You can be Apache. You can be Eskimo. You can be Samoan. But what you cannot do going forward, as long as you want to keep telling me that Queen Cleopatra is Egyptian, you can't tell me what color you are. I don't give two damns about that. No, you're gonna have to tell me who the hell you is at the end of the day, or you being a damn hypocrite. I just like, I don't give. Don't come to me if you.
That's what persists, Theo. The hypocrisy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You'll say one thing. That's what I'm saying. Just like what I just got done saying about all of these Cleopatras that were everything but black, and nobody said nothing about them. Nothing. One black woman played Cleopatra, and they are up in arms.
Listen, be up in arms all they want to. They can smell the arms. You want to come in this chat? You want to say something slick to me and Dara about Cleopatra? You better don't identify your race. Me and Dara don't give two damns about your race. You come in here capping for her ethnicity, you need to come in here announcing your ethnicity. And white ain't it. I ain't accepting that. Ron DeSantis say he white. Will Kane say he white. No, you're not. No, you're not. You tell me where the hell you come from. I said today, people don't understand this. Your last name says a lot about you. Your last, especially if you black or black, African American, whatever. Look at your last name. Your last name comes from somewhere. I looked up my last name. I ain't know Butlers was invading people. I ain't know we was noble lords and everything. I'm like, damn, we rough, ain't we? I'm not rough. Here's what I know about that last name. I know somebody from over there who's descended from the noble lords of Butler that invaded someplace, bought some slaves.
Yeah. I got a genealogy plaque in the house. It was one of the first things you see when you walk in, and it tells the history. And it tells the history of my last name. It's British. So yeah.
Mine is
British
too.
slave owners.
So we know based on our last name that somebody from over there bought some brothers and sisters over here in America. We know that. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know what them people were? Just like you said, they were British. Now that's the country that they're from. If we look at that,
and you know what I would just throw about these folks with this talk and chatter and gibber, what none of the ruling class boning nobody else. They was just boning their sisters and their mothers. They weren't boning to help. They weren't boning none of them women came in the house. They didn't have somebody bring them some women from off the countryside and say, I want to bone that. And you telling me possibly, maybe just possibly, one of them folks couldn't have been Cleopatra's mom? It's a theory though, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But because it's not factual and just plausible, we'll leave that sitting there.
That's like saying we don't want to tell people, even though Strong Thurman really didn't like black people, that he had black children. Like,
Abraham Lincoln didn't love black people, didn't love Africans. He did it because it was politically advantageous. But history, here we go again about history. History tells us Lincoln freed the slaves. Now, the connotation is what I'm concerned about when you say that. If you say Lincoln freed the slaves, that sounds one way. Lincoln freed the slaves. That sounds another way. What way you think Lincoln said it when he signed the Emancipation Proclamation? I'm about to free all these black people. I'm about to free, and he probably didn't use the word black people.
Right.
So know your history before you go quoting it to somebody.
You know
what I say to them folks.
When you gonna tell the history right. Because I like what you just did. You know what bothers me about some people? They always want to talk about, well, the Republicans were the party that freed slaves. Yeah, that's American history. That you're not really surprising anybody with that. But you don't want to talk about how the Republican Party turned their back on black people during the Civil Rights era when they got in bed with the Daughters of the Republic. You don't want to do that. When they started building up statues and everything like that to garner support for their political party, so that they could get more white votes and everything like that. And the votes that they wanted, they weren't getting the educated white vote. They were getting the uneducated white vote during the Civil Rights era. They went after those people. We don't want to talk about it's history. Like if I can read one and see that the Republican Party was the party that freed the slaves, you should also be able to read where, well, damn, the Republican Party turned their backs on black people during slavery. If you can read that Cleopatra's father was of mixed ethnicity, nobody ever argues that one. You can read that her mother is missing, because that's there too. Like, and if you can read,
can't tell me who her mama was with any kind of certainty. If all I hear is presumably, it is assumed, presumably, you can't tell me with no guy. That's the woman's mama, for crying out loud. You don't definitively know who Cleopatra's mother was?
But there, if you gonna go along with that one, if you the person that's gonna go along with that, and that's your point of stance, then you got to also be the person that's gonna go along with the fact that let me get back to their names, that Carl Linnaeus and what my other dude name, Carl Linnaeus and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach said she was black. If you going off of what's written and you're not gonna argue with it, okay. Well, her daddy is multi-ethnic, right? We don't know who her mother is, right? Them two dudes said she black, right? See?
But
See
you
how that
know
goes?
what bugs me? The people that need to hear this ain't here.
Yeah.
The
They
people
didn't
that
want to
had all that yip yap and smoke, and I'm ready to tell you what for and why. See,
man.
this is what I've learned about people on Facebook. I mean Facebook, YouTube. They rarely want to debate you. They want to trump you. Nobody wants to sit down and go tit for tat, fact for fact. Very few people do. And the people who do go tit for tat, fact for fact with me end up learning something along the way. The people who don't want to listen, that can't receive or accept none of that, I don't fool with them. Because you are showing me that you are ignorant. The root word of ignorant is ignore. If I'm kicking facts to you and you ignore that, I can't do nothing with you.
Mr. Smith will call it willfully stupid.
Willfully stupid, ignorant, whatever word you want to put on it, it means you got a disconnect somewhere and you need to flush them pipes out.
Like I said, when we were talking earlier, this is what I found, because based off of what you said, I thought when that video posted, it was going to be a lot of people having something to say, because I had people come say some of the stupidest stuff we both have and everything like that. Surprisingly, no. And I got to think about it. I was like, is it because I put their names in there and hashtag? Now, if you consider yourself a scholar, educated and learned and everything like that, you're gonna pull them names up. Well, if you're that type of person that has that type of braggadocio, that you know everything and you have a lot of faith, and you put a lot of stock in what certain people say, it's hard for you to come back at me because you didn't think I was gonna know that. And I think that is something that I was telling my wife. It's too much that we as people of color, we don't read. We don't educate ourselves. And so what winds up happening when one of us does come along and we do say something, we attack that person as opposed to doing what we got taught as kids in church. Read it for yourself. We will attack that person with all type of venom. We will go after that person harder, more toxic than somebody that doesn't look like that person. I will say it like this. There is a big difference in how Ezra Miller is being treated by his people and how Jonathan Majors is being treated by his people. And the people that look like Jonathan Majors are still encouraging people to entertain Ezra Miller. The people that are entertaining Ezra Miller, that look like Ezra Miller, by and large, they are dragging Jonathan Majors under the bus. There has to be some balance out there. And it's a damn shame when Jonathan Majors ain't even got the full support of his own damn people. But if we look at it, this all plays out. It all plays out.
So I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What happens when a demographic of your people choose not to support you, not because they think you're guilty, but out of spite? Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I know there's a whole bunch of our sisters don't want to hear it. They went in on that man. They went in on that man simply because of who he was dating. Oh, he was guilty. simply because of who he was dating. Oh, you need to stay away from them white girls. Oh, if you wasn't messing with a white woman, I got plenty of partners that got the cops called on them by their girlfriends or their wives, and everybody in the room was black. That is a non-factor. The fact that that woman is blonde haired and Caucasian has nothing to do with the fact or the validity of that man's guilt or innocence. That ain't even a factor.
Can I touch on that for a second?
Go ahead.
I was talking to Mr. Smith about this last night, and it was something that always, and I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I hope it's received the way that I intend for it to be received. When going to school at Florida State, we watch sports and everything. I used to always wonder, how did this high-profile brother that plays sports wind up with a Caucasian female on his arm? I was like, how did that happen? Because to me, I'm like, man, our sisters banging out here. Like, what's going on? So I'm taking speech class at Florida State, and our class is at 9 o'clock in the morning. And you ain't nobody. That means you got to be up at 8. I'm in class, and mixed demographic of students. Like I said, I'm going to school at Florida State University. And sisters would come to class, didn't care. At the very least, the Caucasian girl was going to have her hair in a ponytail, makeup was going to be flawed, she had on tights and a t-shirt. At the very least, we had a cornerback in the class, played on the football team. Now, that's, football team, that's a big deal. Introduce himself. As I told Mr. Smith, he didn't ask for nothing, but it needs to be known. I'm saying it. The white girls in the classroom made sure he didn't want for anything. Needed a study partner, they volunteered. If he came in, he spoke, they spoke back. Always greeted the dude with a smile. Dude showed up to class with a broken arm one day, gave him a ride home. Dude was asking for study partners one day, quickly volunteered. It's like 6 or 7 sisters in the classroom, and I'm sitting back as the oldest person. I'm older than the teacher. I'm sitting back looking at them like this. So y'all not gonna do nothing? Like, y'all literally finna watch them make this move. And if the dude make it big, one of them that already got in with him, you finna lose out just to be saying at the end of the day, oh, he don't like sisters. No, you never competed. You never competed. You never made yourself known to this damn dude. She did every damn thing to make sure she was in from day one. He's second string on the football team. Guess what? She helping him learn the damn play. He's struggling in class. Guess what? She like, oh, don't worry about it. I can study with you. He ain't got no food to eat, or he don't like what's in the mess hall. Guess what? She doing it. I literally sat there for an entire semester and watched sisters act indifferent. Their mentality was, just because he played football don't mean nothing to me. And I was like,
hey, so I'm gonna throw a name. I'm gonna throw a name out there, Theo.
Hold on, before you say that. What did Michael B. Jordan say? He said he got called corny. What did he tell that? He said, you call me corny.
Donald Glover, same thing.
Corny. So, and mind you, I'm sitting here looking like this. Until dude probably got geeked up, females was probably looking at Jonathan Majors like he wasn't all that. We need to know what they be talking about. He fine, that's from the neck down. They talking about from the neck down. They talking about he fine. So it could be one of them things where you really wasn't paying Jonathan Majors no attention when because watch this. Who checking for actors? No, for real. When actors are starting to, when they going through
I'm for real. Hey, they call us starving artists for a reason. Ain't nobody checking. Ain't nobody checking.
I've been in a movie right here in Tallahassee. Went to the red carpet and every damn thing. Ain't nobody checking for Gerald Buck. I'm married now, but damn it, my ex who was on the red carpet wasn't even checking for me.
And see, that's the name I was gonna bring up, Mike Coulter. That brother who played Luke Cage, he has the most Caucasian looking wife in the world. And if you just see a picture of them and you look at him, he dark, dark, dark. She white, pale, pale, white and blonde. He just, I said, right. That woman been with him since college. Okay. When my man was broke, a broke actor, just like you said, a broke actor down on his luck, and wasn't nobody fucking with him. Wasn't nobody checking for him. All right, but that little white girl was checking for him, though, and now she reaping the benefits. But we got all of these folks out here talking about, he don't like sisters. Y'all wasn't checking for him. You need to find you a diamond in the rough and stop looking for them ballers. And I mean, I ain't saying that about all black women, because I know Grand Madam in here, and I don't want Grand Madam coming for my throat.
What you're saying is that much like we would tell younger brothers, and I wish we had organizations where we could talk to younger brothers and everything like that, educate them on being able to be truthful to themselves so they can be true to others and everything like that. You don't want to just look at a female just because she look attractive. There's got to be more to it than that. It's no different than when we look at when you look at a man. There's more to the dude than he got money. Like you said, the diamond in the rough. I give it to you. LeBron James has been with Savannah James since high school.
That's how it's supposed to be.
What we talking about, 3, 4 children? Now, people can sit back and say, well, she's an attractive woman. Okay, well, yeah, she is. But understand she's been with him through high school, and he's seen her at her best. He's seen her at her worst. And yes, Savannah has had some work done. I think they call it a mommy makeover and everything like that. But she ain't ever
deserved it. She earned it. She deserves it.
Now watch this. She ain't worried about that dude going nowhere. And this is the thing that I admire about LeBron James. This was the young lady who rolled with you when you had nothing. Much like Michelle Obama, she has basically had your back to where you've been able to solely focus on basketball. And you being able to solely focus on basketball. T.I. said it best. The woman that he also said, you can have whatever you like. But the woman that don't ask for anything can get the world. He has, I don't want to say rewarded her, but because you show me this type of loyalty, let me show you my loyalty by giving you the world and making sure you never have to worry about another woman coming between us. She don't have to worry about that. Some women, more women that might consider themselves more attractive, me alone, can't say that. This dude said, no, I'm with her. This young lady said, I'm with him. This is what we need more of, to your point. Find a diamond in the rough. You doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. I can honestly say beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'm not achieving the success that I'm achieving without the woman that I'm married to. She is a big, big, big part of that right there. And she's allowed me to do some things that other women would laugh at. And so who's going to get the benefits of that?
And salute to Miss Alicia for putting it down like that. I got nothing but respect for the woman. Yes. If you riding with me when I got raggedy clothes and boogers in my nose, then you deserve to ride with me when I got a nice car and all of that. It don't matter what color you are. Exactly. I'm looking at the loyalty. I'm looking at the dedication. That ain't got nothing to do with a color. You know what I'm saying? If anybody ride like that for me, we down like 4 flats. Period. Point blank. And that's how it should be.
And we know everybody's not able to appreciate that, whether it's a male or female. Not every male is going to appreciate a female that ride for him. Not every female is going to appreciate a male that rides for him. But at the end of the day, to your point, like you said, when you look at these actors, we can't sit up here and judge Jonathan Majors, say he's guilty just because it was with a white woman, because we don't know the factors that came into play. What we should pay attention to is this. We had an incident in a cab. We had some video footage. We had 2 witnesses. One of the witnesses, the key witness, recanted her statement. We do know that the male did make the phone call to 911. It was the male who got arrested and who was later arraigned. It was said that the female was injured. See, this is how the news should be reported. It was said that the female was injured. We now have video footage of the female being out that same night at a club having fun. We also have testimony that the witness may have been led by the officers in filing her report. That's the news. It ain't leaning one way or the other. It ain't saying he did this. It ain't saying she did that. That's the news. Those are the facts. You let people make up their own mind. From that point going forward, we can't get that type of news. We're not getting it from over here, and we're not reporting it like that on our end. Jonathan Majors is a brother. We're not covering him like that. We're leaving him out to dry. I got a problem with that.
Well, that's kind of the first thing we tend to do in any situation. And I ain't even talking about that. I like any situation. Anytime a Black celebrity get in a situation, the first thing I hear a lot is Black folks running them down. Not saying, oh, well, I hope that situation turns out for the better, or oh, I hope that isn't true, or oh man, that's never. You know, yeah, he probably did it. Yep, he probably
either did it, he had it coming, something like that.
You ain't got no faith in your people. You just automatically say, yep, he did it. Oh, I heard he got a history. Oh, yeah. Stop ear hustling.
We do
worse. You wasn't there. You can't speak on shit. You know what I mean? You wasn't in the cab. Shh.
You see what Paul Martin said, Russell Wilson is Carlton Banks who can throw a football.
Russell Wilson. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Nate Parker did catch that. Nate Parker was another one who went down. I'm like this. I really
they didn't like that. They didn't like that Nat Turner movie he made.
Listen, at all. And the thing was, we bailed on it. Like Nate Parker was one of those stars, one of those actors who I was like, okay, he getting ready to do something. I saw him in The Great Debaters. What was it? Was the Beehive movie and everything like that? He was
Red Tails.
In Red Tails, and I'm like, okay. Even Nate Parker's offenses don't amount to what Ezra Miller did. And I'm looking like what Ezra Miller did. I'm looking at the fact that he never lost his movie. Not only did he not lose his movie, but there are those of us out there that's still talking about his movie. There are those of us out there, when I say those of us that look like us, that are still hyping us up to go see his movie. And I'm like, how do you do that? Knowing what you know is entertaining.
You saw everybody done seen how bonkers that man is. But yet, when this trailer dropped, everybody's out here like, oh, did you see the Flash trailer? I don't want to see the Flash trailer. Is Ezra Miller still in it? No.
Watch this. I expect people that look like Ezra Miller to act like that. I do. I'm
leaving alone, but let it be known how I feel about. Everybody in here, don't ask me to do a review on the Flash.
That's my whole thing.
I'm gonna let you know you can get a review from somebody else, but you're not getting a review about the Flash from me. I'm gonna let you know right now, so don't nobody ask me, because Ezra Miller.
I don't, and that's what it's like. Okay, we started this thing off talking about Queen Cleopatra, and we talked about Black.
We still on race.
So I'm looking at, like, at the end of the day, it's about pride and self. Pride and self. So if I consider myself to be a father, an African-American father, and I take pride in that, and I have nothing but daughters, it's going to bother me that Frank Rambo is missing. Now, if I just look at the fact that my grandfather adopted me, so now I have that pride from him and I have that pride for myself, why would I go see? I would have been offended with the Marvels the first time around. Why would I entertain it again as a African American father?
Yeah, I just thought about. But go ahead and finish your thought. Go ahead and finish your thought.
So to me, it's like, when do we even start talking about Cleopatra? When do we start standing tall for us? I'm like, because I'm low-key tired of hearing you complain about lack of representation. I'm low-key tired of hearing you talk about not enough representation. Well, when I can look over, when you could draw a line in the sand, you finna go entertain, because last I checked, ain't nobody, who looked like me in The Flash. Anyway, that's another movie we finna go see where I ain't in it. What?
That's an hey, somebody else just said, it ain't, he ain't on the screen once, he's on the screen 2 times. You got 2 damn Ezra Millers in that movie. We get double the Ezra Miller, and folks are excited about that.
Like I said,
you know what? I'm gonna predict it right here. Because of indifference and a short public memory. I believe that Flash movie is going to do well.
You believe it's gonna do well?
Yes, I do.
I believe it is too. I just won't be able to talk about it.
There's too much indifference directed towards it. Nobody is eviscerating that movie. Nobody is ripping that movie a new one. Everybody's doing videos about the trailer and going, oh, Michael Keaton. Oh, this is Ezra Miller as the Flash. Oh, that costume looks good. That motherfucker was choking people. He came in somebody's house, broke in some people's house, and threatened to kill them twice. Y'all going to see that? Let me shut up. Y'all, come on, man. Keep it a buck.
So if Ezra can do it, then I should expect Jonathan Majors to be walking around like ain't nothing wrong.
He should be able to shake that heifer like a maraca. If Ezra Miller gets to go out and make a whole movie and get rave reviews, hell yeah.
So
that's
with that
bad
said,
backwards. That's hypocrisy at its finest.
So with that said, and you stated it, if I know that and I identify with Jonathan Majors as either a black man or African American, why would I go support the Flash?
My mama said, you know better, you do better.
And this is when I say, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Is it worth it? Is your blackness worth it?
And you gonna support that man as he loses his soul?
Right. Is your blackness worth it? If that's what you call yourself black, is it worth it? Is your African American? Your ethnicity? Is your ethnicity or your race worth it?
Well, Grand Madam here, let me say, Grand Madam, yeah, Ezra knows people. And that's not what I'm touching on. What I'm touching on is people who look like this talking trash about Jonathan Majors, but then those same people are singing Ezra Miller's praises.
Right. Paul Martin said, I think not definitely that Campbell was calling Miller a POS a while back. Yeah, John Camp is the same dude who said recast the child. I bet he go see the movie. And he gonna review it.
A movie reviewer. Okay? Everybody is out here capping for likes and subs. That's what that is. I'm gonna report on the Flash because that's the new hot story that's going around. I don't care nothing about that. How many stories y'all seen me do about Ezra Miller and the Flash? See what I'm saying?
I got you right here. You ready?
Go.
If you add Ezra Miller to Harrison Ford, combined with Chadwick Boseman and any other black character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's no motivation for me to go see this damn movie or any other superhero movie going forward. Now, what I just said was the truth. If you look at how we're getting treated with T'Challa, right? I ain't making that.
Obviously.
If you see how we're getting treated with Frank Rambo, listen, this me literally talking to heterosexual African-American males. And you saw how we got treated with Fastos. And you saw how we got treated with James Rhodes. And you saw how we got treated with Sam Wilson. And you saw how we got treated with Lamar Hoskins. I'm looking at African-American males right now. I'm like, what you got faith in when it comes to Marvel? Like, why are you going back to do anything in regards to Marvel? Like, I just named out 6 reasons. Now, if you're indifferent to them 6 reasons, then you need to start complaining about Black or African-American representation. Did I tell one lie?
Not a one, brother. Not a one. Not a one. That's just sad though, man. That's just sad that we keep going back. We keep saying, I'm going to go see that. I get it, man. I mean, with the possible exception of maybe Mr. Smith and 1 or 2 other people, ain't nobody been reading comics long as I have, or not longer, maybe long as I have, but not longer. Don't nobody want to see Black superheroes get respect more than I do, arguably. But I'm not gonna keep going back. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and swims like a duck, I'm not going to call it a chicken. If you keep dissing Black people or minimizing the roles of Black people in superhero movies, why the hell am I going to keep going and seeing those damn movies? Oh, it's going to change in this one. Oh, they're going to do, oh, Monica Rambeau's going to get some respect this time.
Can I be petty for a second? You don't even look at your action figures every day, and you got more screen time with your T'Challa than everybody else got with Hey, in our respective homes, we got
T'Challa get more time, more airtime up in here than he do at Marvel.
In our respective homes, the Hatuts Zadaze got more screen time. Wait, you ready? Black women got more screen time in our respective homes. Wait,
hey, already.
Wait, you ready? I've looked at Shorty way more times than I've looked at Everett Ross in my own home, as the griot, as just regular Shorty, and as the Black Panther Shorty. I've held her, I've looked at her way more times than I've looked at Everett Ross. Way more times.
That just sitting on the table. Boom.
Way more. So
don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Don't. Boom. At any given time. Any given time. Okay. And I ain't worried about what it's gonna look. Also, my man, thanks for the new gun for Jules. That looks more like the gun he had in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah. Oh, I got a bunch of guns for him. But yeah, all day, every day, twice on Sunday, we represent that. I guess ultimately what I wanted to express, I didn't get to express because nobody showed up to allow me to express it. But and I think somebody said, "Oh, you're referring to the trolls." Yeah, I'm referring to the trolls and the naysayers. They didn't come out. I gave them an open-ended invitation on my page. They didn't show up. That was their perfect opportunity. And I purposely put pictures of Cleopatra in there so they know I was talking about them. But they like, ooh, that's live. I don't want that smoke.
Well, the thing is that it's hard for them to come at you when you're gonna beat them up using the people that they look up to. Like you can't argue with it, and that's why I go back to it. It's like you can argue with me if I just say, well, basically, when I said she was born in Egypt. I'm gonna say she was born in Africa. That started a whole spiel just because I said she was born in Africa. Well, the thing is I was saying she was born in Africa for a reason. Everybody in Africa is considered black, and it's white people considering that. I'm not the one that said that. But if that is what that is, then let's not go back and forth with it. We either gonna get rid of race and just deal with ethnic groups, or we gonna keep the status quo. I honestly like the fact, because I'm of the mindset right now, we as a people should be saying, you know what? Since there's so much talk about race when it comes to Queen Cleopatra, let's do away with race as a category in the United States of America going forward. Let's deal with that, something that's outdated, outmoded, because if we're gonna go so hard about various ethnicities, then clearly race is not where it's at. Let's do away with race. But we know that's not gonna happen, because there's power when you say I'm white. You don't want to get that up. Understood. But if you don't want to get that up, then me being petty, Queen Cleopatra black. If you white, she black. If you Egyptian, you black too. I'm sorry.
Egypt is in Africa. And as much as we don't want to use that metric, when I say things like Johannesburg, guess what? It's in Africa.
Yeah, Blue said he down with doing away with race either. Like, I don't like, let's do away with it. Like, don't call me black no more. You call me by my name.
I'm not black. We're not black. This
right.
hat is black.
Right. Watch this.
Look at my hand and look at this hat. Do they look similar in complexion? They do not.
Watch this.
I am not black.
Why would anybody black? Why would anybody that look like us want to call themselves black now that you know where it came from? The same people that called you a nigga, the same people that called you black.
Bruh.
So now, you know what? Now I'm good with being just African American. Because I can ask, who told you you was black? That should be the question right now. When somebody, man, I'm black. Who told you that?
They're probably the same people who cling to the same ignorant traditions that they always have, because to let go of that and try to embrace something different genuinely scares them. That's the only explanation I come up with, because why else would you not have done it a long time ago?
But think about how much power there is when you walk up to a person and they can no longer use that shield of whiteness to define themselves. I'm white. Where your people from? Huh?
Yep.
People say,
hey, what Kamoyo Kid said, KRS-One said, I'm brown. I'm not white or black or red. I'm brown. From the boogie down. Productive.
Watch this, though. Watch how you get to bust them down, OD. Now you get to be like, well, I'm American. No. You either Cherokee, Navajo, Seminole, but you ain't no such thing as American. So where you from? Where you from, cuz?
An Italian explorer who couldn't find his way around turned the phrase America. Amerigo Vespucci is his name. That's where you get the name America. That ain't got nothing to do with no indigenous people. They don't call it that.
I think that needs
just like Africa, the word Africa, the word Egypt is not African. We African people didn't come up with the word Africa. That's not the word African people use for the country Africa. Egyptian people are Kemetic. Uh-oh. Call it what it is. That's not what you think it is.
You know what? That's what I want us to do. I want to get into the real nitty gritty of it. Be like, And I know they would nut up. I know they would lose. I know they would get nervous, because now I'm going to question your identity in many ways, like you have caused me to question mine. No, where you from? Where your mama, daddy from? Where your grandparents from? But we from
Hey,
you weren't
hey.
born in America, so you telling me you're a Native American. See, this is when I get to challenge people based on what we know as history.
OG in the chat with the statement. My
OG,
mom told me, Graham Adams Terrell, my mom told me white people called us black as a derogatory statement.
and watch this.
Y'all better listen to that knowledge.
Hold
Graham
on.
Adams drop.
Hold on, you
Who
ready?
told you? Who told you you was black? That's what Theo asked you earlier. Who told you?
Carl Linnaeus and Johann Friedrich Blumenbach told you was black, told you was a nigga, told you was from Africa. Two Caucasian dudes came up with them terminology. That's the damnest thing to me. I don't know watch this. What self-respecting brother or sister gonna let a white person label them?
Graham Adam, it was also called albeculon as well.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Africa. Put it like that. It wasn't Africa.
We're gonna get into the knowledge of it, because like I said, we're gonna get this whole awakening thing going on. When you messed up when you messed around and did what you did with T'Challa. You should have just left it well enough alone. Now we see this ball just gonna keep unraveling and everything like that. So now that I want all the smoke. No, going forward, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I might, I'm gonna say it. I ain't accepting color no more. Somebody gonna have to tell me where they come from. I ain't accepting color no more. I'm not. I'm white. No.
And in this world, it's capitalism over colorism anyway. So
I ain't accepting.
Why should I define you by a color? How is that advantageous to either of us?
I ain't doing that no more. You got to tell me something. You got to tell me
what I'm telling you. I mean, we all struggle with it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm no paragon of virtue, right, but I am willing to lead by example. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I ain't putting it out there and pointing fingers, yeah, and I'm not doing it too. I ain't that type of person. I ain't gonna tell you to do nothing I wouldn't do myself. Right.
That's real. But I ain't going with it no more. Like, the only thing black on my channel is Black Panther.
What Gray say? Greek philosophers. Where did they go to get that philosophy? But we don't tell that story either. We don't tell that. Quiet as it's kept. They brought philosophy to us? The cradle of civilization? Are you kidding?
Wait, watch this. Can I ask this question?
We making aqueducts and building pyramids and dyeing clothes and making perfume. We need y'all to come over and philosophize.
Watch this. Daryl, can I ask you a question? Who telling the stories about the Egyptian deities? Because it ain't watch this. It ain't the Egyptians. Who's shining light when we talk about superheroes and fictional heroes from the motherland?
They get the same shine. They get the same shine as the Orishas. They get the same shine as the Orishas, and they still like, oh, we black.
Like, that's why I said I got to look at my brothers and sisters over in Egypt. I got nothing but love for you, but you can't tell me we're not related. No. As I said, Mr. Smith, and D, you gonna understand this one. If we was in the car and the police said get out, they're gonna tell me to get out N-word. If you don't get out, they're gonna say get out saying N-word. Am I lying?
You're not.
That's what. So at the end of the day, they still gonna refer to both you and me, my light-skinned brother, as the N-word, because that's what they was calling you when they named that place back then. It said you've been an N-word and black since 1700s, and it's not, like I said, it's not my fault. You can go take that up with the two dudes that said it. But
at Kamoyo Kid, Ghana and Mauritania.
Yes, it is. Blues House said the story of Atlantis is Egyptian.
So I know where mine is at too, bro.
All of our stories we don't talk about. You and I learned Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Norse mythology, all that. We still ain't learned African mythology. One of the reasons I said this last night, the reason why I don't have my not my AA degree, the reason why I don't have my bachelor's degree from Florida State is because I refuse to take French 2 and French 3. I'm sitting up here looking at the fact that you won't teach me one language from the motherland. Why can't me and Daryl go to school and either learn Swahili or and Xhosa? Why can't our children learn that? Why are we telling our children they gotta go learn?
They give it to you in an app.
Or they gotta go learn French? Huh?
They give it to you in an app.
They give it to you when?
In an app. I'm learning Swahili on drops right now.
But
I agree 100%. Why is that not a course?
Why not? You're not even, it's not even offered as an elective in college. Your child, as people of color, as African Americans, we send our children to school with the prerequisite that if we're paying, whether we're paying for the class or not, they taking a foreign language class, they're learning a language from another ethnic group. We already know a language from another ethnic group just by being here in America. We speak English. That's not our native tongue. It's not even native to Americans because it's broken English. But this is not our language. So when do we start the process of instilling being proud of our own? I get it. I know I got a cousin. He used to tell me, man, I'm not African. Okay, bro, wherever you from, you need to learn your native language. I would never profess to make somebody be from Africa. I would profess to say, learn where you are from and learn, embrace your culture, your ethnicity, your identity. There is something wrong. It's 2023. And I don't have somebody to learn Xhosa with. I don't have somebody to speak, which is crazy because we say we love Black Panther. Swahili and Xhosa was spoken in that movie. It came out 2018. It's 5 years later. Why us hardcore Black Panther fans aren't speaking Xhosa fluently? That's a language from the motherland. Why aren't us hardcore Black Panther? I'm asking myself, why aren't we speaking Xhosa fluently amongst ourselves? Imagine what that would do for the people in America, African-American people of America, to see a group of brothers and sisters speaking Xhosa fluently. Just asking questions.
Blue say his wife took Swahili at Albany State.
Man,
I guess you just gotta find the right school.
Then I need to see what FAMU is teaching, what language they have. Blue, I definitely appreciate that, because if FAMU is teaching a foreign language, Swahili, you know what, I'm gonna look that up, because I can enroll at FAMU and just take my classes, pay for a class a year, and get it up out of there. I appreciate that. Go to an HBCU, yeah, damn sure, because I damn sure, and you know what, he gonna make me.
Blue said, let's start a study group.
But that's real though.
I would be with something like that. I mean, because I want to learn at a faster rate, and I want to start putting sentences together. You know what I mean? That's what I want to start.
Now watch this. Imagine the power. Imagine this, because we haven't seen this in our lifetime. We saw it in the movie, but we didn't see it in our lifetime. You had the Black Panther Party standing on the corners, mingling with each other, talking. Police knew, get them a wide berth. Could you imagine brothers 5, 6 deep on the corner? What type of image that in America, speaking fluent Xhosa and Swahili? Imagine what message that would send. Imagine what that would encourage for our younger brothers. We say we come from a land of kings and queens, and I'm about that all day. But if we are from a land of kings and queens, then it's not for us to ask. We make it or we take it. We make it or we take it. We don't beg. We're not going to keep asking. And that's what I'm looking at. We got to stop asking. We got to stop begging. We got to recognize that at the end of the day, like I said, if I see you and I'm in a town and it ain't nobody but you need to be able to look at me and know I got your back. Same thing. in America, we got to stop beefing with each other. We got to stop coming after each other, tearing each other down, because we know at the end of the day, that's all they want. They was waiting on Jonathan Majors to slip up. They didn't want Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors at the same damn time. Jonathan Majors slipped up, that's where he at.
Yeah. Well, a real good way to automatically, or at least to create a mindset where you build up rather than tear down. Start at the lowest level. I mean, because we worry about folks like Jonathan Majors, and not to say that we shouldn't, but there are people a lot less affluent and a lot more in need of that type of understanding than Jonathan Majors. And I think that's how you develop that kind of empathic armor. So that when it comes to situations like this, the first thing out your mouth ain't, "Oh, he shouldn't have been messing with that white girl."
Right.
So that's got to start at home. That's got to start, at work. That's got to start in your everyday walk. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't never gonna get there if we don't start putting it into practice.
Blue said, now I understand it. Now I understand his question. Blue, now I get it. His mother's side is Native American and his father's side is Nigerian and Ghana. So I get why he feels the way he feels. Blue loves Africa and is very, very protective of it. Much like a Mason would be protective of, Masonry. We do know that there are some brothers and sisters that swear they love the motherland, but don't. There are some out there that to them it's more of a fashion thing than real. What I would say to you, my brother, is just as real as this tattoo of Africa that I got on my arm and this aunt. I love it.
I'm trying to get back. I went to Kenya when I was in the Navy in '86, man. That was, now you talk about cathartic. Bruh, that's a cathartic ass experience for you to be on the streets and all you see for miles and miles and miles of you. Ain't nobody messing with nobody. Ain't nobody saying nothing crazy to nobody. When the police drive by, they look like you. They ain't after you. I had a bunch of my partners, man. They went AWOL. They were like, "I ain't going back. I dropped me off right here." And I was like, "Dang." At first, I was kind of like jealous, you know what I'm saying? Because we left port and they still hadn't got back to the ship. I'm like, "Oh, my man gonna be living in Africa." A couple days later,
the thing that I be trying to
NSA brought him back to the ship. But my point being, immerse yourself at some point in the culture. Yeah. I'm trying to take my family back, take everybody, as many of my family members as I can, because I'm like, man, we need to touch the motherland. You know what I'm saying? You need to touch it. It's a whole different experience, man. I mean, I literally got down on the ground, man, and touched the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there, and a lot of brothers did that, man. It was, and we didn't say nothing to each other either. We just did it like, oh, motherland, let me touch the motherland, literally. You know what I mean?
The thing is that, okay, I've never been money, finances, whatever, but the passion for it, like, I've read so much, you know what I'm saying? And to know, to be able to do that ancestry thing, and you sit up there like, damn, so I am really, it's one thing for your grandparents, your great grandparents to tell you that you descended from slaves. It's another one to see it in black and white. I would love to know what tribe I came from. You know what I'm saying? I would love to know what tribe I came from and just immerse, as you said, immerse myself in that culture and just, I understood when Eric felt like he was lost. I understood that, like, all you want to do is go home. And I think you know, whether we would want to move back there or just visit, I think it's inherent in every person, every brother or sister that has that connection. I'm not going to say every brother or sister, but every brother or sister that has that connection, at the end of the day, we know this ain't our home. We want to go home. Some forever, some to visit. But we know this ain't our home. We know that. I really want us to like I said, if we can't, it's never for us to beg for it. We come from a land of kings and queens, and if that's who we say we come from and that's who we say we are, then we don't beg, we make it or take it. When it comes to our equality, our independence in this country, we've seen it more than one time. There's historical context to it. We've made it before. Going to Africa for my 25th birthday, I'm praying can take my Theo. Finding out what tribe is going to be a tall task, especially depending on where you derive from. Man, if I could just find a location. Like
I do African ancestry, that'll get you close.
How much is that? System change to the side.
I wanna say I paid a couple bills. Like maybe like 2-3 bills.
He said you're finding out what tribe.
That's why I'm trying to go to Accra, trying to go to Ghana, because that's one of the places where, you know,
Blue gave me
my people hail from. What a wonderful place to hail from. Everything I've heard about Ghana is amazing.
And see, that's the identity right there. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, okay, well, I know I'm from Africa, but when you can put the location, that's what Chadwick Boseman did. I'm from this area right here. They'd be like, okay, I can go back. I've seen so many of us do it, man, and everything like that.
Grand Madam says 3. I thought it was 3, yeah.
Okay, 3, okay. That's the whole thing. Blue said $200 for African ancestry. Appreciate that. Blue, bro, you gave a lot of information tonight, man. I'm definitely gonna look up FAMU and see if I can take some classes, because that's all my transcript is missing, them 2 classes. So I'd rather just take a African foreign language. See, I don't even like saying African foreign language. No, African language class. That don't sound right. African foreign, that's not foreign to me. But
yeah, make it your language. So we good? It's been 1:45.
I think so. My dog said, he said they got a Father's Day special. Okay, got to put this change to the side, man.
That's in a couple months.
Yeah, you feel me? You feel me? We're gonna narrow this thing down, but I think
might have to ease back on the action figure.
Come on, somebody. But watch it. It ain't like Hasbro making it difficult for us to do that. Hell, right now we doing more customizing than we doing purchase.
Already. That's most of them to do.
That's the other thing. Daryl has been putting out the custom action figures and everything. He says his wife does the paint on the custom action figure. Listen, she putting it down for the crown.
She does some of the painting, not
that
the part of the painting.
That ain't what he said at 101. He said she do all the work. He said he just be sitting back watching. That's what I'm telling y'all what he said. He told me he don't do nothing. She got the skill set. That's what he told me now. That's what he told me. So Mrs. Real. Yeah. But no, that's
you ain't right, Theo. You ain't right.
We got some action figures coming out and everything like that, and I want y'all to definitely be checking out that. Daryl is gonna keep y'all in the know with the customization. Mr. Smith has some great ideas for some customization. Customizations for
He said something to me about a customization. I thought it was a dope idea.
Superheroes or Black superheroes that have been long forgotten by Marvel and DC and everything like that. And I'm gonna keep y'all in the loop as far as like they got the Power Rangers, the Zach Power Ranger that's getting ready to come out with that head stuff. They got the TJ head Power Ranger from Power Rangers Turbo and everything like that. We're gonna keep y'all in the loop. I believe it's important to have representation in the house and everything like that. And honestly, I like conversations where we have it like this. This is what it is. Us coming together like that. They don't really want our money. Got to customize your own stuff. Yes, this is what it is. there was a lot shared tonight, and it's crazy because this started out as a conversation about Queen Cleopatra's ethnicity, and what we've ended up with is, I would like to think, the start of a group of people who started off with a love for a character, coming together saying, let's explore our ethnicity, let's take it to a whole other level. And if that's what we're gonna do, Blue said the study group, we need to arrange times where we have study group, and basically you got to be there to get your language in and everything like that. That's a start for a better tomorrow.
Yep.
That's a start for a better tomorrow. So
and I just want to say asante to everybody that came into the chat. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie, I was looking to roast the hell out some trolls, but the trolls did show up. So it was a nice bonding moment. It was nice bonding time, and I appreciate y'all coming. I appreciate y'all always rocking with a brother. Y'all don't ask no questions. Y'all don't be like, well, what's it gonna be about today? Do you? Y'all just jumped up and said, let's get in this chat because D-Real and Theo gonna be in there. I don't even gotta ask what it is. Theo and D-Real gonna be in there. I'm just going in. It's gonna be lit. Yes, you're right. Most of the time, it is pretty lit.
I like the coming together. I like the coming together. I like the sharing of information, because to me, what we did tonight was more productive than anything I've seen on YouTube, period. I think this was it. This was it. Glad to be a part of it. Glad to be on your channel. There was a wealth of information shared. There's a lot of stuff that we can do to be better as a people. And I think that's what we want.
And there are a lot of knowledgeable people in the chat. I just want to acknowledge all the knowledgeable people in the chat and let you know I learn just as much from y'all as y'all do from me. So respect on that tip. You know what I'm saying? I see, I may not respond to some of the jewels that y'all drop in the chat, but trust and believe, I see them, and a lot of them is like, I'm gonna take that with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use that tomorrow on somebody. You know what I mean?
I got FAMU. I'm finna look up FAMU to see what they offer as far as foreign language, and I'm gonna take up his advice on this AfricanAncestry.com, this Father's Day special and everything. We gonna find out where we from over there. We gonna find out. We gonna find out.
All right, y'all. I got to go. I appreciate y'all coming out and rocking with me. Y'all be looking out for Theo B's videos. He's dropping videos daily. His live is tomorrow. That is 7 o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Eastern. And I will be doing my live Thursday at, I guess that will be 9 o'clock Eastern. So
we talking Zosa tomorrow. We talking Zosa tomorrow.
I got a lot of damn studying to do.
Hey, we're gonna get into it tomorrow. We're gonna talk about some forgotten African American Black superheroes and everything like that. We're not gonna keep it always serious and everything. I know I have a tendency to do that, but tomorrow we're gonna make it light and easy, informative. Yeah, we're gonna
hold you to that, Theo. We're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, we're gonna make it easy and light. We're gonna be relaxed tomorrow and everything like that. We're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
All right.
Yes.
I'll let y'all be good, be easy, and be good to each other.
Man, Blue, they ain't doing that at Florida State. Yeah. Florida State pissed me off.
Okay. I believe we is clear.
Hey man, I think you know what? This was better than what we thought it was gonna be.
It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. If I'm being honest, that was all the way different.
You thought somebody was gonna, bro, they're not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, when you quote them white people, racists don't like, hold on.